Ciao, Duty. Welcome to Chamba Academy, where your dreams can be a reality. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the documents that are required when applying for admission. So, before I go any further, remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you are informed whenever I post any videos regarding scholarships, admissions, etc. So let's get right into the video. Okay, so the documents that are required for admission are basically the curriculum vitae. You need your detailed transcript. So this will indicate the exams that you have taken, the grades that you have accumulated in those exams, as well as the grading system for that specific university if you're applying for a master's, for example. And then you also need to upload your degree certificate, and you need to show language proficiency. So the language proficiency can be a written English test. It can be a letter stating that you are proficient in English. And when you upload your English language proficiency, most universities in Italy, when you come here, will request that you take an English exam. So it's mandatory for every international student prior to coming, or when they do come, they have to take an English proficiency test. However, there can be exemptions, like in my case. Since I studied in English, I just submitted my transcript, I submitted all my certificates, and told the school that I carried out all my schooling, all my lessons in English, so they exempted me from taking the proficiency, but other people do take it. And then the other thing that you need to upload as well is a recommendation letter or contact info of the referee. So the recommendation letter can be just a written letter from your professor, or it can be a recommendation letter from your workplace. I remember when I was applying to Sweden, I had to upload a recommendation letter from my institution on the portal, and then I had to send another recommendation letter from my workplace via DHL to Sweden. So it depends with the institution, it depends as well with the program that you intend on studying. They can request for both recommendation letters from a professor or from your workplace. And then they can also ask you to just send contact info of your referee. So you, like, for example, when I was helping a friend of mine to apply to the University of Florence, we had to just insert the contact info of the referee, and the school will send an email to the referee that you put on your application, and it's a confidential email, so they'll have to fill out the recommendation and send it back to the institution, then the institution will send you an email to say, oh, your referee has managed to write your recommendation letter, and you can now proceed with your application. So it's your duty to tell your referee that you require a recommendation and that they should also do it in time. And it's your duty to check up if they have written the recommendation, and make sure you give a referee contact info whom can write something positive about you, because the process of recommendation is quite cumbersome. The information that is required is also a lot, so you have to make sure that you put contact info on someone who can actually recommend you and who can write the recommendation. And last but not the least, the other documents that you need for admission is a motivation letter. Now we're going to dig a little bit deeper into how you can write an effective motivation letter. If you have come this far watching this video, please remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Okay, so in my previous video, someone recommended that, or rather requested that I do a video on how to write an effective motivation letter. So basically, when writing a motivation letter, of course, you would need an introduction, the main body, and your conclusion. Now, I have 4 tips that would help you in writing an effective motivation letter, because when the university reads or the computer reads your motivation letter, there are certain keywords and there are certain keywords that will be expected when you write your motivation letter. So in order to write your motivation letter, the first question that you need to answer after your introduction in your main body is, why did you choose this program and this university? Why have you decided that you want to study this program and at this specific university? And then you also need to answer what you expect from your studies of that program. So what do I expect from my studies and from the program? In my case, I have done environmental education during my undergrad, and now I'm studying biodiversity, conservation, and environmental quality. So from my studies, I expect that I would be a well-rounded environmentalist, in that I have done a social science and now I am doing a program which is in the Department of Life Sciences. So I expect that I'll be a well-rounded environmentalist, in that I'll be a biologist. At the same time, I advocate for social change in terms of the environment. The third question is, why does my background make me a suitable candidate for this program, you need to explain why you qualify for this specific program you're applying for. In my case, I had written that I have a background in environmental education. There are certain courses that I took, such as ecology, environmental law, environmental economics, all those courses, sustainability, climate change. Those courses are like a base for this next program that I want to undertake. So you need to explain why you are a perfect candidate or suitable candidate. Not just the courses that you had taken during your undergraduate or during your high school. You also need to talk about your grades. You need to specify maybe specific subjects in which you performed really well, just to sell yourself a little bit. And then you also need to explain how will the program help me achieve my goals. So schools don't just want you to come in and talk about, oh, I want to study this course. They want a student with a vision. If you become an alumni of that institution, they need to make sure that they are picking the right one, the one with a vision. So how will this program help me achieve my goals? What is your goal? And because your goal should be linked to why you want to study that specific course. And the bonus tip is, how will you integrate what you will learn in your career? This will inform you how your program you want to study, how the program you want to study will help you achieve your goals. So in that, you can also explain how you will integrate what you will learn in that program into your future career. How does this program translate into your career, into your goals? So these are basically the 4 tips on writing an effective motivation letter. If you answer these questions, trust me, your motivation letter will be a powerful one. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And I will see you in the next one. Ciao.